We're about to see the new tariff rates kick in tomorrow on the 1st of August, as the tariff pause deadline set by President Trump comes to an end for lots of countries. And in case you haven't noticed, we're very close to crossing from greed to extreme greed on the investment index. And historically, when the index reached its highest point, it often coincided with significant market drops. Now, this doesn't mean sell all your stocks, but it's important to be prepared to take advantage of the next great buying opportunity. We saw a market fall in April of this year when Trump announced sweeping tariffs, and since then, stock markets have staged a big recovery to reach new all-time highs, with tech stocks and the positive market sentiment about the growth potential of AI being a major part of that. However, with the tariff pause coming to an end at the beginning of August, are we going to see another stock market pullback? And is this another great opportunity to be ready to buy the dip? I'll be exploring this exact question in this video. So what's happened so far in the trade negotiations? Since announcing tariffs back in April, the US has agreed trade deals with a handful of countries and markets, including the UK, Vietnam, South Korea, the Philippines, and Indonesia. And then in the last few weeks, Trump has also announced deals with Japan and the EU. However, negotiations are ongoing for new trade deals for the three largest trading partners with the United States, which are Canada, China, and Mexico. And investors will be watching this closely over the coming days to see what progress is made and how the stock markets react. The status of the trade negotiations is different for each of these three trading partners. For Mexico, President Trump has threatened a 30% tariff starting on the 1st of August if no deal is reached by then. Again, that would be an escalation from the 25% tariffs put on Mexico back in March. And for Canada, President Trump has also threatened to put a high tariff in place at 35%. For both Canada and Mexico, there are two big things that Trump is asking for. Number one is he wants them to invest more money to stop fentanyl crossing the border into the United States. And number two, he wants them to put more effort into border security. China is an interesting one because right now we have a 90-day interim agreement in place, which expires on the 12th of August. President Trump has a number of demands for China. Number one, they should lower tariffs on goods coming into China from the United States. Number two, the US should have more access to rare earth minerals from China. And number three, the US should be able to protect what technology is going into China and how the technology is being used once it's there. Given the slightly longer time period to agree a trade deal, this might not cause a market drop at the beginning of August. But if no deal is signed by the 12th of August, then a market pullback is quite likely to happen. And this is what investors will be keeping a close watch on. Equally, with that said, if trade agreements are done and tariffs come in less than expected, that could help stock markets rise further and push us fully into extreme greed on the investment index. We need to remind ourselves that market corrections and even crashes are common and all part of the normal life cycle of the stock market. Eventually, there will be some reason that causes a stock market drop, whether that is due to tariffs or corporate earnings not being as good as predicted, or inflation rising more quickly again. The important thing here is to try to avoid the noise in the media at these times. And I view this as a fantastic opportunity to buy great companies at a discounted stock price. I use the dollar cost average investment approach. If you're not familiar with the concept, it's simply a fixed budget that you set to invest every week or month, and then consistently investing that into the same stock so you average out the market ups and downs. And I do this consistently throughout the year. And then when there are stock market drops, I double down and increase my budget for a period of time to take advantage of the lower stock prices. So I'm going to be watching the news on trade deals and how the stock market reacts over the coming days, as it could be a great opportunity to invest and make some really good returns. If you want to see what I invest in, check out my recent videos on my top tech stocks that I'm buying right now. It goes without saying, make sure you research your investments so you understand what you're getting. This video is not investment advice. It's for educational purposes to help you on your investment journey. If you found the video helpful, please do subscribe to my channel, give the video a like, and I'll see you on the next video.